Mitpick. Are you from New Zealand, Brew?
I'm afraid to ask iLux Dick 69 if they're a listener of the show or if they've heard about this through other members of the community. Oh, we move on to game 3, picks and bans. I'm gonna have a look in the actual Oslol chat room. Wow, we've got 25 people there. A lot of people already in games. Well, technically, most of them are in this game. So, Pips, Calcium, Mod Brat, they're out. Seppi, Stonehearts. I didn't see Stonehearts in there. Cassidy ban. You know, Cassidy was not picked or banned in the first 2 games.
No, which is surprising, but he is a good value. Apparently you can change the settings on the Twitch stream. Really? There you go.
Yeah, I currently have mine running at source.
Oh, okay.
How
Well,
about
if the Twitch servers didn't hate me with all the the passion that they have, then we could have it at a higher setting. But unfortunately, because I live in Western Australia, Twitch servers suck, and I can't set it higher.
Oh, so Chaos Mage didn't actually make it in. He must be in his own game. Okay. Yeah, he's playing another game. I thought he was in this game. Well, I thought I heard you say Chaos, but you were talking about Erebus Chaos.
No, Erebus Chaos.
Oh, look, it's the 3 people that we normally see banned. I don't talk about those bans anymore. I'm done. If they patch someone, I'll start again.
No, I mean, I actually think Cassidy is he is as powerful as people say he is. So, for next week, if you're listening, people, maybe look to play some Cassidy and because he's got a slow start, but man, he ramps up in some crazy power. I've been playing him in Doom bots because I'm a big Cassidy fan. I just don't play mid a whole lot. So, yeah, he is nasty.
Another Lee Sin ban. A Braum ban. I'm not sure what it is about Braum. Whether people don't like going against him or they just think he's strong. I think Braum is really strong, particularly if you have a Lucian on your team. So,
he is.
That's
but I think it's more just he really punishes people for being out of position. Like his passive, his passive is really strong. Like that's the strongest thing about him. The ability to consistently stun people, and even combining that with the Winter's Bite and his slow. So his slow is not that bad, but when it's combined with the passive, it's brutal. So I think it's that particular combination that makes him so tough to lane against. Yeah, I've been trying to play a bit more of him. And he's good. He's as good as they say.
Actually, it's interesting that we haven't had an Alistar yet.
Well, I think most people don't really know how to play him because he's been so out of favor for so long. It's quite possible that people just don't actually, especially at a bronze level where maybe they haven't been playing as long. He's not been a thing. Where if you've been playing for a while, we have Alistar. There was a period of time where Alistar was a god on the Rift. Like he was just destroyed teams. So
now I haven't had a chance to watch Faker on Zillion, but do you think he's first pick worthy? I don't think he's worthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if his first pick worthy is probably the right way to go about it. I think. Yeah, there's a lot of matchups that are not going to go well for Zillion.
We've already had Maokai locked in. Maokai has proven his effectiveness tonight. Oh, Ari! Excellent! Ari's had some recent buffs, so we should be good to see her out flashing her tail and spirits and stuff all around. It should be fun. Talon, again. Nipple poses. Just teasing.
Well, of course, it could be that. And we don't know if that's a top lane or mid lane Talon. It may not be a mid lane Zillion. It could be a bottom lane Zillion. We saw that with Rosie and Team Immunity. He's been quite well known for his Zillion play. So could be a support Zillion, which would be interesting. If either way, I mean, one of the things that Zillion has is he punishes people for getting too close. So really you need sort of a long range kind of poke against a Zilean because his bombs don't have that long a range, and if you can sort of keep him at sort of an arm's distance, he's actually quite ineffectual.
Be interesting to see. Okay, so it's definitely a bot lane Zilean, support Zilean.
Well, maybe
So-
unless that's a jungle singed, it would be. It's been a while since we've seen a whole lot of jungle singed, but
Yeah, jungle singed is that's playing on the wild side of things. Like that's very very slow start, pretty nasty ganks if you can make the gap close. So
well, except the main thing, like the reason why taking a Maokai, like one of the things about taking a Maokai is it's going to open up a lot more options for people who want to jungle different sort of junglers. Because I mean, one of the things about Lee Sin and Elise has been is it just crowds out because they can put on so much aggressive pressure on other junglers both in lane and against in counter jungling. You know, you're taking a Mumu's, taking Singed, taking those sorts of junglers just doesn't quite work because they're just not. They can't handle that. Where you take a Maokai, he's a lot more passive. He's going to gank lanes a lot, but he's not necessarily going to come into your jungle and mess you up. So, it's possible. I mean, jungle Singe has been around for a while, so
we've got Lucian locked in, always a good choice, and Pantheon. Now that's probably going to be a jungle. No, it can't be a jungle Pantheon. Not jungle Pantheon. Top lane Pantheon. But we'll see how.
Yeah.
Wait a second, what's going on here?
Well, they could have been listening before me. We were talking about the T-Force podcast, saying how you can play top lane Maokai. So, yes, we'll
Possibly.
see.
It could go either way because
Could go either way.
Pantheon and Maokai can both go in the jungle or in the top lane. I personally would prefer my Pantheon in the top lane compared to a Maokai in the top lane. Just because a Pantheon just seems to be all that much more effective at dueling. Maokai will probably run himself out of mana. Although I'm not sure how his mana curve looks these days for trades. Because they have recently changed him and I haven't had a chance to pull him out.
All right, so they're locked in, and there's no swaps yet. So it's looking like it's going to be top lane Maokai versus top lane Lulu. With support
Maybe?
Zilean.
Like we've got we're allowed to talk about summoner spells now. We've got teleport on both Talon and Lulu. Now Armagon, if he's the one playing Lulu, I doubt very much he's playing support Lulu with teleport because he just knows that's not on. That's just not an effective use of spells. But it is a jungle singed, right? Like they're not trading. This is real. That is a jungle singed. Man,
Old school.
Okay. So we've got
How he goes against a Pantheon will be interesting because Pantheon can be a bit more aggressive. For a while there, he was one of the top tier junglers because of his, the changes that happened to Spirit Stone and whatnot. So
also Pantheon doesn't chase Singed. He
Yes.
jumps from the sky, lands on him, jumps towards him, and then if Singed continues to run, he throws a spear at him. That's that entire story.
sorry, no. Somebody messaged me. Sentient Clad messaged me saying how the Zilean was 100% pick ban in the Samsung Galaxy game last night.
Oh my god! Watching those games on my day off tomorrow. Give me a break. Okay, 100% pick and ban.
Yep.
They didn't change Zilean, did they?
No, it's just Faker. There's
Just
a reason he's got his own hashtag.
my goodness.
Faker and what he does. Actually, Doa makes a bunch of funny jokes about like what Doa does when he stuffs up, when he makes a mistake. Like, you're a boss. I love Doa. Even though Monty is like a genius brain, I love Doa more because he's just funny.
I just noticed that Armagon has changed to heal.
Away from teleport.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we've actually got a top lane Talon and a solo mid Lulu. Based on summoners alone. I mean, this is Oceanic Battle Arena. It could go any way.
Indeed, it could.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well mention again. Well, how about you tell us about the Oslo podcast? Tell us who are they and what do they do?
Those guys are awesome. Well, two out of three, because Vesp is not in the battle arena tonight, so I'm going to trash talk him. No, VespQT joins Carrot Colossus and myself weekly for the Oslo podcast, where we talk about the oceanic region, the proteins, patch notes, and I'm not sure if you've heard this, Carrot, or not, but we're going to be talking about 4.13 for quite some time, apparently.
Okay.
Biggest patch notes that they've done in quite a long time.
Really? I didn't know that. Okay.
I read a tweet from someone on the balance team, so settle in.
Awesome.
So,
You know how much I love talking about patch notes for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. I love it.
welcome to the Oslo patch notes.
Yeah, I love patch notes.
We give you an
The
update on professional play.
Yeah. They're not so TLDR patch notes.
Exactly, the TL patch notes.
Yeah. That's it.
No, we do go into a great amount of detail about the patches. I study a whole lot of professional games, and I do quite detailed analysis on it. And I look at the patch notes, and I make predictions on where I expect the meta to shift, where it could shift, where it is definitely not going to shift. Essence Reaver made that part of the conversation. So, Zillion, we're going to talk about him at some point.
Yeah.
So. Now, the LCS rundown, I'm looking forward to the episode that they will be recording after this upcoming week of LCS details, because they'll be going over week 10, which is the big one that decides who goes where, who goes into relegation, etc. It's going to be an important one. It's going to be definitely one to listen into. And yeah, the Trinity Force proper, those guys, they sponsor us.
Yep.
So they are in fact delicious granola bars themselves. Protophobia, Dom, the whole crew, they're awesome. They know what they're talking about. They've got countless hours of solo queue experience analysis. Protophobia works his butt off. Like he spends a lot of time talking about how much he drinks, but I guarantee you he works on the podcast and the GG Protocol side of things a lot more. Or quite possibly at the same time. But yeah, definitely check them out. For all of that, just go to trinityforcepodcast.com.
Indeed. That's it.
Oh, we got a Dragon Slayer Pantheon.
Yeah, I know. It's good.
That's a pretty splash art. I remember you were very
Oh,
pleased.
yes. Very.
It looks Skin Wars size. We've got 3 for 3, I think. Pulsefire Ezreal being legendary.
No, 4 for 3.
4 for 3? Who? Oh!
Sakura Kama,
That's
Totemic
not-
Maokai, and Popstar Ari.
I forgot what Karma's normal splash art looks like. That's...
Actually, speaking of Popstar Ari, that reminds me you owe me a mystery skin, buddy.
I do.
Maybe after this you could give me one.
We'll put that on stream before we close off for the night.
That's it. It's important. These things matter, people. These things matter. Somebody owes you a mystery skin. Damn it! You make sure they give it to you.
I'm gonna alt tab and I'm gonna mystery gift you right now if I can access the shop.
Except
So that the second the game finishes, it's the first thing.
I don't think you can. I think
I think we've been denied. I don't think it's...
That's all right.
Oh
Half an
well,
hour time.
would have been a nice surprise. I when I was watching the ACL games this weekend just gone, I saw T-Gun, who we had on this week of the Oslo podcast, who's a player for XD or Extremers, and he's the support player, and he's come directly from a StarCraft background. So he's not actually been playing League for all that long, so he doesn't actually own all the champions. And it got to a point where they were finishing up their team composition, and he just hovered on Blitzcrank. And he hovered there for the whole 60 seconds. And they knew he wasn't going to choose him because Thresh had already been locked in. And what the conversation they were having was, T-Gun didn't own Orianna, and they needed Orianna for their team composition. So in the middle of that game, I logged on and I gifted him Orianna.
Oh, good guy, Steve.
This has to stop. Get that T-Gun some champions.
Yeah. No.
We're still not loaded into this game. Who's holding us up? Popstar Ari. You attention whore. Oh, there we go. Oh, loaded in.
There you go. Excellent. All right.
Now we get to see the chaos of who actually goes to what lane. Okay, instead
Indeed.
of why Israel is typing in Spanish.
Excellent. Just what we need.
Must have been on the. It must have been on his copy paste on his clipboard because he got that out bloody quick. All right, let's see. Now Ari is definitely going mid. This much we do know, and we know that Pantheon is jungling. Maokai almost definitely in the top lane. So we've got who we got on Maokai? We got Arubis Chaos on Maokai in the top lane. Pantheon Geminis in the jungle. Tazzy, that's clever. On Ari, I really hope that person's from Tasmania. In the mid lane. Our marksman for the day is iLuxDix6969. I'm gonna giggle every time I say that name. Playing Lucian alongside Septimus Sage on Karma. Now, Karma's gone Spell Thief's Edge, Ward, and a Total Biscuit of Rejuvenation. So,
Yep.
I really hope they do something with this level 1. Oh, Ari's playing dangerously. Oh, Armageddon was right there. I'm actually surprised Armageddon didn't actually put a lot more damage down there. It's probably safe because they didn't have vision around the corner, or like if he was Ari, so...
Well, yeah, even so. But, I mean, it's probably because he's busy thinking or talking about it. I don't know. Off in La La Land or something. But,
well,
I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Karma pick goes because I'm quite a big fan of Karma.
see that play from Maokai. Just walks up and throws a sapling over the blue bar.
Yeah, and anyway,
Got
okay.
vision on all three of them. That was beautiful. It's like, yep, they're blue. So now, with Septimus Sage with the ward, with all of the purple team except for Maokai grouped up here, they should have invaded the red. That was a free
they
red.
definitely could have done that, yeah, for sure.
And Pantheon, Ari, Karma, Lucian, that's a damn good level 1 team. I mean, what's a Talon and a Singe going to do against that?
That's true. Hey.
Yeah, look at this. Talon versus Maokai in the top lane. We certainly do things strange in this country.
I don't think so. I think Maokai is actually a pretty decent top lane pick. I mean, the only problem for him is it's against Talon, which isn't a very tanky top lane champ. I mean, really, Maokai's got a huge advantage against top lane champs, tanky top lane champs at the moment. So, because of the max health damage that on his Twisted Advance. So, yeah, no, I think it's not that bad. I think one of the key...
This Singe just taking a lot of damage and taking quite... Oh, there we go. He finally gets his red. Pantheon's just finished doing his wolves, so he's actually not that far behind. Now he's doing... I'm not sure if anyone's ghosting this, I hope they're not, but Singe is actually recalled after taking both of his buffs.
Oh, really? Wow.
Apparently we've got overlay over the stream. Diesel Fire, our in Twitch
yes.
chat correspondence.
Oh, that's very dumb of me. Thanks for that. I didn't actually check it after I... Derp, sorry.
You were too excited about
Herp or
getting
derp?
Too excited about your mistress skin.
Yeah, that's it. I've herped that derp. Jeevers.
It's alright. You're onto it. Diesel Fire will be getting his thanks the
That's
second
it.
the stream
You're a champ.
Diesel
Gosh,
Finders.
I feel kind of dumb now. All right. I think one of the key things with this bot lane is going to be that is being aggressive, because I mean, one of the things that Lulu does is she has a lot of early aggression, using particularly her passive does quite a bit of damage. So really, Karma does quite well in that sort of situation where using her ultimate to get some good aggression. So that's a key thing, especially with a Lucian who can. Especially against an Ezreal, it's going to be... we got a gank top lane. He's going to go down. Oh, the ghost has been popped.
Oh,
and
a flash into the brush. Nicely played, Matt Pack.
And...
Oh, he still gets him, but it's going to be a lot of damage.
See...
Oh, that Dragon Slayer skin is awesome.
Had Erebus Chaos been paying, I don't know, maybe more attention or been a bit more on the ball, that would have been an absolute guaranteed kill. So...
he's level 4, so he has all of his abilities.
Yeah.
His ultimate.
Oh, that was nice. Perfect snare. Excellent. That was really good work by Septimus Sage there. So that's the sort of aggression you need with Karma. She puts out, her abilities are such a low cooldown, and don't actually use that much mana, that she really can put out a lot of hurt.
Oh, that's interesting. We've got Singed and Zillion recalling at the same time. I thought they were just going to drop a ton of map pressure by doing that. Oh, she flashes! Counter flash! Oh, if the Ignite had gone down then, that might have been enough. Because I think if the Ignite had hit, she could have dedicated to that kill. She would have been able to tank up 2 or 3 tower hits and get out alive. Then again, they have no ward coverage here at all. Now, like, Ari's Trinket is up. She should be using this time to ward. She should have just popped down, put a ward, stayed to that side, and then she'd know if she could duel effectively or not. This jungle Singe is blowing my mind. What is he doing? It's just running around. He does like doing singed things. Auto attacks a minion, walks around in circles. Auto attacks a minion, walks around in circles.
Wow, I don't know if he went and sold it, or if he never bought it in the first place. But he doesn't have a hunter's machete.
He started with the Doran's Ring.
He started with the door. Okay, that is. Now that's an interesting question. Is that going to slow down his clear, like not having the hunter's machete?
Well, it's. I've actually had similar tests done with Jungle Tryndamere and a couple of different champions where you build a Doran's item instead of getting the Hunter's Machete. And sometimes it's actually better to not go for the Hunter's Machete because the stats that you get from like the Doran's giving you either enough health sustain or lifesteal or just flat out HP is enough to get you through the jungle clear where a machete and potions might not have been. Like, or they would have, but it would have been much slower, so... Like, because if you think a Doran's Ring gives you 15 ability power, now if we look at... if my computer will stop automatically tracking. Singe is going for a tower dive.
Well, no, it looks like he's proxying. We did a bit of proxying of... yeah, so he's actually proxying the wave, which is actually...
Oh, that's nice.
It's not a bad move. Having said that, what we're going to see next is that Pantheon's going to come into play, and he's a lot stronger than Singed. Mind you, he's a level behind, so that's important. Now, what's been interesting with this bottom lane is that Karma has perfectly used her bullying capacity to really push Ezreal around, which is very smart move, especially if you can drive Lulu back. And that's going to be, because she's going to be a significant source of aggression. That was excellent. That was an excellent combo. Yeah, brilliant. See, she's just come back to the lane, and she's already down at low health. Like, that's an excellent way of going about getting this Lulu out of your face, because that's what she's going to continually do. Another great cue there. So that's what we saw in the last game. Was Lulu was just putting a lot of just a lot of aggressive attacks. So exactly what you should be doing.
Looks like Singe has picked up a Tear of the Goddess and just charging that by running around in circles. And looks like Singe is just going to take blue buff for himself. I think Geeson is playing very solo queue. He's already taken like two minion waves of farm from the allied Talon. Don't get me wrong, Talon is still way ahead of the Maokai as a direct result of kind of being forced to farm under tower. I just heard something really strange. Did you hear that?
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's good.
Was that Pulsefire Ezreal's skin, as in he just got his ultimate? I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He plays weird sound effects when he levels up and stuff. Oh, Armageddon getting... just the damage under tower. I mean, there was probably nothing he could really do against them.
Well,
he should have just backed out. Oh, Singe is coming in for a gank. He pops Ghost, he's hit with Charm. He's not going to... He walks up and laughs and walks off.
No,
Come on, Sin.
That was an excellent charm there by Ari.
Yeah. Shut that
I mean,
gank
really,
down.
Lulu should have backed off when he saw that they were pushing up to the tower and he was so low health. So that's yeah. I guess that was the problem with how he went about things. Now, this is cool. Yeah, oh, wow.
Ari,
nice. That was brilliant.
Nice. Ari just walked up. She got double buff from that.
Yep.
She's got the experience for killing the lizard, too.
Yep.
Singe didn't kill the lizard, she did.
Wow.
And she killed Singe, so that's going to be first blood gold. She's going to get double buff. She's going to head straight back to lane, and Zillion's going to be like, say what now? What's going on?
That's it. So, I mean, that's like... I mean, I guess that was a problem with... Like, if Singe was going to go for that, take that second blue buff, really should have been paired up with a mid laner that wasn't going to need it so badly, because really... we just see this damage. Wow.
Yeah, that's a Zillion ult burned.
Oh, and he came out with more health than Ari, so that's
yeah. And Ari doesn't want to fight this. It's too much of a risk to put yourself at because she's got double buff, and while Zillion doesn't pack a lot of punch in his base kit, oh no, the bomb, boom! Oh, double buff goes to Zillion. You
Oh,
should have
no.
backed out, Ari.
I didn't
You
even
should
see
have backed out.
that. Oh wow, that was yeah. Well, I mean that's oh jeepers, and there's a big gank on bottom.
Singe just coming in. He's running around. Oh, he's flipped. He's flipped. Ilux Dick 69. Oh, we got a Ghosted Pantheon stun. Twisted Advance. Oh, Arcane Smash. Oh, the ultimate. Almost got to proc his ultimate.
And that's exactly why why Maokai is really great when it comes to dealing with anybody who can like dash or move, teleport. Is once you've locked on with Twisted Advance, you always get to your target.
Oh yeah. That's interesting that they're looking to tower dive Talon. I'm not sure that's the wisest idea.
Well, they could.
His ultimate is down, and you do have Pantheon's passive to block that extra power shot.
So what you could do is you could position Grand Skyfall behind the tower, basically he'll land behind him, and then as you land, you then jump on him. Maokai comes at him from the front. So that was a way you could do it. Having said that, I think Talon probably did have a bit too much health, so I don't think you would be as successful. You would be able to successfully do it and kill him and get away without losing anything. So.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the supports are the only people who've bought a ward. We've got pink wards coming out from them, and Armagon's done the right thing and upgraded to a sweeper at this early level. No one else has, so that's 1 out of 10 people who have a sweeper at the 12-minute mark.
Yep.
And Armagon's in a losing lane. Like his AD carry is 20 farm behind, and their lane gave up first blood. So. Well, I suppose Ezreal's gotten a kill back on his own, but...
Well, Lulu's actually got more gold. I don't know how, but Lulu actually has more gold than... about 200 gold more than Karma.
Well, their gold per 5 items are generating very similar revenue. Like, I think Frostfang has about 40 left on the tribute, but the passive gold is about the same. It's about 4 off. Oh, Armagon's in a bad place again. His wild growth's not going to be enough. His flash is not going to be enough. That's unfortunate. And he did everything he could there. But I think, like, if you look at the Lucian's items, he's like, what, 400 gold off getting his Blade of the Ruin King, whereas Ezreal's just gone back and he's bought Brawler's Gloves. Like, that's what farm will do for you right there. 30 minion kills ahead, a tower.
Well, yeah.
Well, here we go. What's it? Talon is roaming from top. He put a ward. Talon roamed to the enemy red buff brush and warded, and then walked back. And
well, actually, he went via mid as well. He came in, but Ari had backed off by that point.
Yeah,
that's a great move by Purple to get a good advantage.
Oh, the gank in the top lane. Oh, Maokai's not going to get away, or is he? Ultimate's going down, so he's got that damage reduction. He's been stunned.
Nice.
Oh, Geeson's taken so much damage. Oh, he kills. He's trading 1 for 1. Oh,
that was an excellent move by him.
You talk about the dragon kill? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, well both. Like so, Erebus Chaos with up on top lane getting the 1 for 1, and yeah, well I mean with Singed being up the top, which was an easy dragon. I don't know if he needed to Grand Skyfall in there. And another interesting... Oh, yeah, what is... Ari's already got blue? No. So both junglers have taken blue buff.
I really do think Ari should have been donated the blue there.
Yeah. And
Ari could do a lot more work than Pantheon can with blue.
That's it. And same with Singed. Singed, again, took blue. Didn't give it to...
well, that seems to be Singed's thing. I think Singed is playing very much I'm going to carry this game. All the buffs are mine. I'm going to take all the lane farm. He's been ganking, but again, that's very much what he's supposed to do. He hasn't bought a ward yet. He hasn't upgraded his trinket yet. We're 15 minutes in, and Singed has basically added nothing to map pressure. So he's recalling now, so he might be fixing that.
And the other thing, we've talked tonight about, if you getting a lane that's already winning ahead even further, just trolling each other in the river. Even though they're getting each other
sport.
Getting lanes ahead, getting lanes that are ahead even further ahead. This Zillion, he's actually winning lane now, even though he was not doing so well against Ari. he's now actually ahead. So if he had blue buff, he could do even better.
I just want to congratulate the purple team on the Singe was trolling. The Singe was laughing and making sure that the enemy team knew who was there and there was nothing they could do about it. And they did something about it. They got a free kill. There was absolutely no teamwork from Blue to kind of support Singe because he was in a dumb position. And they may get his tower. They got a relatively big minion wave. Their minion wave clear is pretty good, but not fantastic. Like, I really do think that the purple team should have laid a little bit more damage on the towers then. They could have gotten a lot more damage than they did with that minion wave. Like, the amount of damage that he just did to Armagon.
That was an excellent Q.
Septimus Sage! Oh, with the empowered Q, beautiful. Or Mantra Q. Oh, yeah, what's Talon going to do? He's going to have to burn his flash there. I mean,
he shouldn't have burned his flash, he should have burned his ult. There was no way that Pantheon was going to be able to kill him. Because, he's 2 levels ahead. So really he should have burned his ultimate rather than his flash. Because the ultimate's up sooner, so...
Now, I just want to note that Singed is actually, 15 farm ahead of the Pantheon with 2 assists compared to Pantheon with 1 kill. But Pantheon actually up 2,000 gold.
Correct. Yeah, well... Yeah, it's interesting. Well, probably because he's died 4 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I think, how much of the gold has come from... Yeah, only 40 gold has come from the Spirit of the Old Wizard, so it's not the gold per 5 item.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, purple side got Dragon.
That's true, yeah.
While Singe was ganking top and went 1 for 1. Didn't even give his laner the advantage. In fact, he put his laner at a disadvantage by doing that. Because Maokai got a kill and Talon didn't. Or did Talon get that kill? Talon has 1 kill and no assist, so it'd have to be that kill, so...
Septimus Sage is putting on, I gotta say, a clinic of how to play Karma well at this sort of level. Just the really...
Talon's in behind. Oh, at the same time that we've got a roam coming down from Zillion. Oh, Talon flashed to get the damage from his ult down. I think Ark going down. Grand Skyfall coming in to counter it. Ezreal ult comes across. Boom! Double kill to the Zillion. That's not something I get to say very often. The Geminus is Grand Skyfall in here and going, where are my team? Where is everyone? And Blue are doing the exact thing that they need to. They're taking down this turret. There's nothing the Pantheon...
You look at mid, Lucian's really well placed to get that mid turret, and Maokai's well positioned to get this one at top. So unless they're going to turn it into a dragon as well, unless they can get 2 turrets,
I think
they're still going to lose because they can get... I think it's not even looking like they're going to get that second turret. So yeah, overall it's...
Well, Geminus is found that there's only 2 people there. He thinks he can take them. The other 2 have come back. They're really... Singed is probably one of the worst sieging champions in the game. But he's very good at proxying the minion wave, so that's what he should have been doing there, instead of trying to make up his mind about what he's going to be doing. Yeah, look at that. Zillion just got almost an entire turret and a half. Like, he got that first turret, and almost the second, due to the hesitation on the recalls. If you'd recalled earlier, you could have stopped him doing any damage to that second turret whatsoever.
Karma forced the flash out earlier there. That was a good move. So that was actually overall a loss for the blue team. They got the bottom tier 1. Okay, that's all right, but they lost their mid tier 2 and they lost their top tier 1 all at the same time. So yeah, that was overall a really good move. And that's, I think that's something that's worth learning in a solo queue setting. And Singe takes the blue again. Is not to... Because often people just rush to the bottom lane to try and desperately save it rather than focusing. Okay, it's like chess, So like in chess, there's times you have to actually trade a piece to get a piece, to get a more important piece. So that's kind of what the game is about. Now something Karma should be doing right now, which she isn't, and it's probably because, is she hasn't got a... Oh my gosh, see you later.
So much damage going to Archer on Zillion. That's a mouthful.
One of the things, the disadvantage that Karma really shouldn't be having is there's no Sightstone. Where's your Ruby Sightstone? Before you get Frost Clean's Claim, before you get Sorcerer Shoes, you should, and it looks like she might even be building a Hoarding Guide, which is okay, I guess. But really, you should be getting a Ruby Sightstone and a sweeping, like a Oracle Lens, because...
Oh, early smite. Gotta watch that.
No, I mean, that's how you... right now, if you had those things, you could take control of vision in the jungle, and that would give you a huge advantage when it comes to pushing these towers.
I just want to correct myself before we get too far in. Is Singe didn't take flash and has no gap closer, so there was absolutely no risk of it being smite stolen there. So I take that back.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you were going on a vision.
Well, yeah, I mean, right now you could be denying vision, and they've got good vision, but it's because they're using trinket wards, presumably. Are they using trinket wards?
Yes, it's all trinket wards. I think there's
and no upgraded trinket wards. So really, oh my gosh, they're letting this Lucian take this mid turret.
Yep. And Maokai's teleporting back to stop the Talon. Like the Meat Pack was doing the right thing and split pushing on Talon while his other team are just kind of faffing around. Like, there seems to be just a lack of ward control knowledge on both teams. Like, Lulu's got a sweeper, Lulu's got pink wards, Lulu's got a sightstone. Lulu has the support build. Like, that is exactly what you want to do. But no one else is really there to assist, and a support cannot carry vision in a game on their own, despite how much Armagon's obviously trying. Oh, that looks like a duel between Talon and Maokai is going to happen, and Talon wants no part of it. He is out of there. Now, it's really interesting, like, what is Talon doing? He's just kind of looping around. It's like he's waiting for that top lane to push so that he can push the farm back. But after doing that, hopefully he'll regroup with his team, because they're going to really need a strength in numbers fight moment here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. See, purple team, if they had more map control or they'd been more focused together, not a chance blue would have gotten that tower. They would not have gotten to cross the river. They would have walked out, got Nari Charm, stomped on by Pantheon, twisted advance by Maokai, and then that's the game. You've got a 4K lead, which isn't as big as some of the leads we've seen, but it's still a very, very big lead. You've got a massive advantage on... with your charm pickoffs, like...
Singe took red buff, even though I think he's still going to give it to Ezra because of his poison.
What a bitch. Okay. Like, Zillion does very, very, very little in a team fight, apart from maybe go, here, Talon, do your combo twice. Ari hits one charm and that person is dead. Zillion doesn't have anything like that. He's much more of a sustained, if you keep walking forward, I'm going to keep bombing you thing. And Pantheon, another great person at catching people out. Like, he's got a gap closer. Like, if Pantheon jumps onto Singe is going to flip him and Pantheon's going to die. But with the exception of Singe, Pantheon can pretty much jump on anyone in the enemy team. Ari can charm them, and they're dead.
No, what you really do... Sorry.
That's interesting that blue team is so overextended in the top lane. What is going on? There's like a 2v1 happening in top, a 3v2 going on in bottom. Is it a 3v2? Oh, see. Okay, Singe has just died on the tower. Israel's just going to pick up a double kill? Oh, no. No, he didn't get the kill. He got one kill. And all of a sudden, we're going to teleport in from the Talon. A flash forward with the ultimate. He's looking to kill Maokai, but Maokai is very tanky.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like Maokai's going for an Iceborne Gauntlet. Not a bad pickup.
Oh, that's a great idea. I think Iceborne Gauntlet is a go-to item for a Maokai.
Yeah.
So I think, really, in a team fight situation, Pantheon should be diving the back lines. Maokai should be peeling for the carry along with Karma, because I think Maokai's, he's got enough health, and particularly if you were to build a Spirit Visage, it's going to be very difficult to kill him. He's going to be very tanky. Singe is just not going to be able to get to the back, and with that, without a flash, like you mentioned, he's just going to have no engage because a ghost is not going to help you get away from a Maokai.
It's interesting. Singe just typed in all chat, Geeson, this game is not going to plan. This is slightly embarrassing. Oh dear.
I can tell you how he could have improved his game. He should have got an augmented Singe. I tell you, that's the best skin. That's the best Singe. It's all about the skins, friends. It's all about the skins.
That's how to improve your game. Spend money.
That's it.
It's totally pay to win. No, I think Singe has just been too selfish this game. and not getting enough results for it. Like like I don't want to pick on the Singed player, but if he's looking to improve his game, don't take every single buff from your team. Recognize that,
Yep.
like a Talon would have put a lot more use of that blue buff, like
Well,
cooldown
heck,
reduction.
Zillion. I don't know. Is it Zillion or Zillion? I don't know.
Zillion.
Zillion. He would have done much better with that blue buff. Like he was actually for a while there really destroying.
Ari.
Ari, sorry, I'm just waiting for this game to go.
Just absolute craziness. Look at Geeson's health. He just lost half his health from one Ari combo, and now he's running. Pantheon seems to be chasing him, despite the public service announcement I made at the start of how that fight is meant to go. Now, what happened? What happened just there? Reminded me of this new, what is it? League of Dawn or whatever. The new video that's just come out. The new Dawn, the cinematic for that. What that video should have been called is "Don't chase into the enemy jungle." That's what that video should have been called. Everybody in that video who chased someone died,
Yeah,
or
true.
it just ended up working poorly for them. Unless you have like your friend.
Well,
Darius in the
Graves
tree.
did all right until Nautilus showed up. Well, that's true. The jungler caught him out.
Yeah, exactly. No wards, buddy. No wards.
Yeah, no wards.
If you'd known that, Nautilus.
I mean, heck,
there's
how could
no
you
way
miss?
would've
How
got
could you miss a Nautilus is that big?
Exactly.
Seriously.
And that was exactly what happened there. Like there was an opportunity to take the top tower and zone out the purple team from blue team, and they're behind. So that's incredible within itself. But instead of taking that objective and zoning them off the tower, they decided to chase them through the jungle. And I'm like, you're missing an opportunity there. And like Singed wasn't there to kind of do the zoning. Oh, okay, we've had someone disconnect from the game. Is there going to be a pause? Oh, no, it looks like they've reconnected. I'm not sure if anyone in the game is actually listening to us right now. You can pause by typing Enter/P, and that will pause the game. So if you need to wait for your player to reconnect. Oh, this is nice. There's a dragon dance happening, and Talon just got a tower. Well, the dragon dance is continuing. Lucian's going to be.
I mean, really, purple team should be able to dominate in this dragon dance. I think they've got the much better. Oh wow! Huge.
Oh, look at Geminus over the top. The bomb going down on him. Oh wow! Look at that! Singed peeled for an ally. Well done.
Whoa, that's
the
bit
members.
deep.
That is a death wish right there. Oh, it looks like they're still having disconnection issues from the Lucian, which is, if you're gonna have a player disconnect, it'd be the one that's still in base disconnecting. Yeah. Well, we expected Maokai to die. Was that Talon's teleport that just got cancelled? I think so. I think he saw that they won the fight and went, you know what? They're good without me.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue pushing.
Good move.
Okay, Lucian's connection issues continue to fright us. And I think...
Oh, yeah.
What is... Ezreal just got a kill there, but he's out of position. If that Charmin hit, he would be dead. He should really have just gone straight for this dragon. The dragon's already dead now.
That's where this vision control matters, because the reason he got caught out was because he was standing on a ward.
Yep.
Oh, that was nice.
Yep. See, that's what Ari do. And Ari is not that far ahead. She has almost an identical kill line, and she's 30 CS behind Zillion. Like,
probably pretty
she's
even.
just that kind of champion. She can pick people off like that.
Well, they're even on gold as well. So, I mean, yeah. Once you've got the Deathfire Grasp with Ari, you're going to take a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. Looks like she's finishing. I think she's going for a death cap, although she has an amplifying tome, so she might be going for a Rylai's Crystal Scepter or just straight up Void Staff. But I think she could probably just go for a death cap and reap the benefits of that bulk AP much earlier. Look, Armageddon, look at that. Upgraded Trinket. He's going to get 2 wards for his troubles.
Nearly.
He's getting zoned off. He got zoned off because of wards. You know? The purple team had wards there. The blue team did not. Armageddon knew he couldn't stay there. Like, interesting choice. He's gone for a Warden's Mail on Lulu. Like,
I guess going for a Randuin's, I guess.
Yeah, and Randuin's is a great item, but Lulu doesn't really have a gap close. She doesn't really get into the fight that much. So, and also most of the damage and pick-off potential in his team is coming from that Ahri. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of AD, but Pantheon's going to be doing true damage with his Spirit of the Elder Lizard. Lucian's really going to be the main thing that Warden's Mail is going to ward off, no pun intended. The Iceborne Gauntlet and Rod of Ages, they're going to be adding damage, but not nearly as much physical as magical. There's a weird culling. They're just zoning them off, and they're just going to brute force China Garena servers just this server down. But Talon's not having any of it. He just wants to kill him, and I like it. Oh, is that an ignite? Oh no, the ignite! Oh, the bomb! Archer Eberron gets the bomb off on Karma, and Karma just looks above her head and goes, "Oh well, I'm dead," and then pop. Now this is a perfect opportunity for them to take Baron, or at least secure Baron control. They've just gotten 2 kills. Their jungler is beyond help, but instead they're playing a New Dawn. Just running around for kills. What are you doing, Juno? Go! Like, stop chasing the Ahri. Sure, okay, you got a triple kill. That's cool. Baron could be half dead by now.
Yeah.
Oh, the call for mid tower has been made, but Talon's made that rookie mistake where I'm too low to help. You're not too low to help. 4 members of the team dead.
The call might be for mid, except that Ezreal's gone top.
Yeah.
When the top tower really probably wasn't threatened. I mean, they're probably going to get this tower, but if they'd gone for mid altogether rather than Ez going top, they could have easily got probably even done half the damage. Oh, nice.
I just want to say that of the jungler, the solo mid, and the support champions that took that tower, the one that was doing the most damage to the tower was the support. Because Singed was hit it twice, and Zillion was playing very defensively, whereas Armageddon on Lulu was just pew 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 pew. So if you're gonna siege. If you're not, back off. Don't wait around to get picked off. Well, blue team have shown up to get Dragon, but it's not there. Or did they get... No, purple team got Dragon before, didn't they? Oh, no, no,
blue. No, blue did.
Blue got that.
Blue got the last Dragon.
So, Geminus on Jungle Pantheon has showed up to go, oh, maybe they're doing Dragon, let's go get them. And then go, oh, there's a ward here. I guess we'll get that. See, I'm seeing a lot of eclecticness. I can see that 1 or 2 people on the team will be like, my team just won't group, and then Armageddon's trying to follow someone around at all times, and then I'll go off in this completely random position. So yeah, just look at everyone right now. We've got Singed doing Wraiths, we've got Pantheon doing red, we've got the support Lulu split pushing with a Randu and Zoman, we've got Ezreal doing white, we've got Talon doing wolves. Red buffs just respawn, no one's keeping an eye on it. Purple team is starting to form a group around the Baron, which is probably what they should be doing in establishing control. They've got Karma with a ton of spell pen, and Leandry's on their team. She can zone off basically anyone on the enemy team, with the exception of maybe Singed. But Singed just won 5-3, so they're just gonna kill him. There was the time that Purple were actually behind. When did that happen?
Yeah, that was...
when they took the Dragon?
Sorry, when did what happen?
When did Blue get the gold lead?
I don't know, yeah. I guess after the last fight.
Because they were behind for almost the entire game. But they've turned it around. And I think that the triple kill that Ezreal got, and them capitalizing on the kills to get the mid turret. Now, they could be actually in the dominating position if they'd gone for Baron instead. Was the tower safer? Yes, but that's because no one on your team is buying wards. Damn it, buy wards! I swear this is what Armageddon's saying right now. My god, why is no one on my team buying wards? Because, if you look out of the map, just go out and click. They're either a Trinket ward or they're Armageddon's. He's doing all the warding here.
Yep.
Maybe that's why he bought a Warden's Mail. He's the other one.
Doing wards. See, Dragon sponsor, this is a good opportunity for people to go and get a relatively easy Dragon. Having said that, I mean, Well, they got the red, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, they could be getting dragon since it's not watered at all by anybody.
Well, they've got a purple have a ward in the river brush. So if blue go to do dragon, purple will have full knowledge of it. But and also if they come to contend dragon, they'll be able to have full knowledge of it. Oh, they're asking for Armagon to join them, and I think Armagon's gone. I have to carry these guys. I think that's the attitude that he's taking now, because that's the only time you should ever see a support split pushing, when he's like 10, 0, and 5. But he's not. He's 0, 5, and 5. There we go. Blue team have secured another dragon, taking their lead up to 5.7k. That's quite a turnaround. And Ezreal is 6-0 and 4. He has a Trinity Force, a Last Whisper, and an Essence Reaver. Again with the Essence Reavers.
Yeah, really, and it's not going to give you that much damage. Oh, I mean, it's 80 damage, which is as much as you're going to get from Eye Edge, but...
Yeah, but Infinity Edge will give you 250% increased crit damage. That's a sizable difference. Blade of the Ruin King is going to give you percentile damage. Yomu's Ghost Blade is going to give you positional advantage.
You wouldn't really build Yomu's on an Ezreal. You'd be going... Or Bork... Sorry, definitely Trinity Force, probably Bork.
Yep.
Probably Eye Edge. I mean, Eye Edge is really the go-to item for used to fill the role that Bloodthirster used to be in.
Yeah. Like, as we said on the podcast this week, and for those who will listen to it later on, you get the Essence Reaver for the 10% cooldown. But, honestly, Ezreal...
Very expensive 10% cooldown.
That's a very expensive 10%. Like, a Brutalizer would have done the job for that. I'm not saying that he should get a Brutalizer.
Yeah.
I'm saying he should suck it up and deal with the cooldown that he's got. Because he could be really favoring that for 250% increased crit damage, which is a lot better than we get mana and stuff occasionally.
I mean, if you're really worried about cooldown as Ezreal, you go Iceborne Gauntlet.
Oh, the old blue build.
Yeah.
Oh, scored out of position. Blue have a ward there. Oh, he's flashed for
Wait
it.
for the ult.
Purple team.
Oh, he missed it.
Now, Singe is just going to red eye here and die. He's like, I see a kill, I'm going to run after it. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight's happening down here. He's turned around, he's fighting Armagon. It's in there with his Randuin's Omen like a boss. Look at that. He's like, no, I'm starting these team fights, I'm finishing them, let's go. So they've just gotten one person down to low health, they've gotten 2 kills. They should immediately be rotating to this top minion wave. Look at this top minion wave against the tower. That is a free tower, nothing they can do. And instead they've rotated mid, where they have to wait for the minions to show up. Like, purple have wards all through the jungle. Blue have got wards there. They've taken the opportunity to secure them, so that's the right thing to do. Ezreal just died for the first time. Yeah. So they're going to get this mid tower, but they cannot afford to stick around for the inhibitor. It looks like they're going to try to, but oh my goodness, look at that. Is Singed ignited? Oh no, he had the true damage from the Spirit of the Elder Lizard on him. Wow, they actually got it. I was actually surprised that this Maokai didn't go just go ham and just...
Well, except that it really... I don't think you could do enough damage to stop them.
No. But,
yeah.
I mean, they got the objective, which is what you want to do, but that top tower was so much an easier pick. You could have just rotated there, you already had the minions under tower, taken it down in a matter of seconds, then backed out.
Well, yeah.
And you already have bought and be on the way to Baron right now.
Did they have the tier 2 mid down already? Is the tier 2 down mid already dead?
They had the outer, they had the inner, but they did not have the inhibitor turret.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But they had the... That was the exact same situation in top lane, but they had a minion wave there, and they were right next to it.
I mean, alternatively, what they could have done is gone half and half, because, I mean, the thing that Talon can do is he can burn down turrets real quick because of the auto attack reset on his Q, plus the extra damage it does. So you could have gone down that route as well, which would... Wow, that was actually pretty impressive.
Grand Skyfall! Matt Pack! Oh, you better run. Wow, how much damage did Matt Pack do to Geminus while, like, you just went, set up the blades and walked off? And Geminus landed and copped about 14 blades to the face. Not cool. Oh, Ezreal's health has vanished! One charm Deathfire Grasp combo from Ari and he's dead. Nice culling follow-up there from Lucian. Zilean doing what he does and trying to keep himself alive for 0.25 seconds. There we go. Look at this, just a bloodbath. Okay. Looks like Purple have finally got found their ground legs again. They're going to start pressuring. Pantheon's Grand Skyfall's been burnt, but he's coming all the way from town. That's so funny. They're like, don't chase Singed. Damn it. Oh, surprise! There's a Talon in the box. Double kill. Anyone see where he came from?
No. Yeah, he came from in the jungle, which, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Again, we've got issues with no vision control. Mind you, generally at the end of a fight, even with the Hugh Ruby Sightstone, it's usually going to be empty anyhow. So, I mean, really that comes down to others not having wards as well.
Yeah. And Talon has upgraded his trinket into the greatest stealth totem. While it was a great pick for solo top Lulu, who was doing a lot of split pushing, this much more defensive pick-off style, it doesn't really suit his build. So I really think a sweeper would have been a much better pickup for this Talon. Or even a, what are they called? The blue trinkets. Yeah, Scrying Orb, thank you. I think that would have been quite good because you could see where they are. Because at the moment, look, it's pitch blackness in the jungle.
Yeah.
Absolutely no vision whatsoever because your trinket wards only last for 60 seconds. The only person who's placed, like, apart from that one Talon ward that he has, the only person who's getting down decently timed vision is Lulu.
I mean, if you press F2, you can see how little of the map Purple side actually has control of. It is very dark there, very dark. And even blue team don't have that much. Like basically the bottom side of the jungle is completely dark. So that's a real problem. Like really, if you, particularly for purple team because they've got that. Blue team. Well, really both of them because they've got the open mid. They both should have control of Dragon because now would be a good time to Dragon. Not Dragon, Baron. I mean, Dragon has respawned anyway, but yeah.
The purple inhibitor's about to respawn, so they really haven't taken advantage of that massive objective that they got. Like, if an inhibitor's up, you go pressure other lanes. It's as simple as that, but they're just going to be faffing about, not warding their jungle, walking up and down. Like, I can see some ward coverage, like... Hang on, I'm going to find out who owns this pink ward here. Who owns this pink ward? It is, in fact, Lulu. So Armagon has supplied all of the Baron vision here. We've got a ward here for another ward from Lulu in the enemy jungle. And let's go over to the blue buff.
Wow, Singed just got wrecked there.
I didn't see, I was too busy checking out wards. So, oh wow. Chaos really did happen while I was looking elsewhere. Wow, I think that's going to be game. I think that's enough deaths and proper positioning. They're going to be able to take the inhibitor. Oh, Septimus. Take the objective. GG, my fault, we lost. See, no, I don't think Singed can take the full blame for it. I think Singed's playstyle was not indicative of a team environment, but it's not like Singed came out and threw the game or anything like that. All of this comes down to complete vision control, and Lulu could not do it on her own. Look at that. Randuin's Omen, Abyssal Scepter. Man, Lulu was really trying. was really trying. Like, first picking Zilean. Like, Zilean basically did nothing that... apart from give your team experience in that game.
Oh. Wow, this Zilean's wrecking people. That's 2 kills. Very short space. Yeah. Just because those bombs do so much damage.
Yeah, but that's really all he's doing. Yep. Is he's just laying out the damage. And Ezreal's not doing nearly as much damage as he could be, despite the fact that he's got a lot of his core items. He could have been doing a lot more damage earlier. And pop. No, she's gonna live? No. Okay. The suspense. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like that. So maybe in a team fight, you know, Zilean doesn't have as much of a presence, but in that situation, he has a lot of presence.
Yeah, well, in a team fight presence, yeah. What was happening there? Like, because the purple team are behind. Like, they're 5k behind. But they seem to have just much more dominance over the enemy team. And a lot of that is because their team is built for fighting.
let's just I'll just have a look at this vision again. So blue team's doing all right. Purple team is almost completely dark the entire map. It's crazy. So I mean, really, heck, Maokai probably could have got that dragon just by himself right there, because nobody knows what anything is, and really, if I was blue team, they actually probably could have rushed Baron by now, had they like in the snapback, because they delayed purple long enough. They probably easily could have got. Oh, it looks like Panty just cancelled his ult.
Yep. Well, he saw that they were all backing out, and you don't want to have happen to you what happened last time when Talon ulted. Yeah, although he seems getting some defensive items, which is good. He's got a Banshee's Veil. He's got a Warden's Mail. Let's have look at this game. Like we're up to the 70,000 gold mark. They really need to focus on an objective. Like this is. I feel like we're watching LMQ.
Oh, wow. That was a huge out of position by Ezreal there.
Yeah, Pantheon's doing the right thing. He's following up. We've got a teleport coming in from Talon from the sides. Oh, Geminus has picked up a kill on Singe, so Singe isn't going to be able to contend any...
wow, Talon just wrecked them.
Triple kill comes in for a triple kill. We're going to get a quadra. No, he's going after... Who is he going after? Okay, we've got... Is it a quadra? Is it a quadra? No, the kill goes to the support. That is an ace for 2 people. Now, hopefully no one goes, I'm too low health, I can't push an objective, because that is wrong.
Yeah,
like what they're doing right now. Look at that rotation. Look at this rotation top. That's actually quite good. They've got a minion wave. They're going to be able to get this tower and possibly another inhibitor. Ezreal, hopefully, is going to get that mid inhibitor, although, quite frankly, he should have been joining his team.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to go back to that team fight, this is again, we've been harping on it for like 15 minutes now. Vision control mattered. So if you had popped if you'd known where Talon was, because he was always trying to flank. If you had wards out the sides of the flanks of the map, you could have seen that he ulted, and as soon as he ulted, you actually now that the game is finished, I'm gonna go back.
Ezreal has just said, "You may take our freedom, but you'll never take our freedom."
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can go back and... No, can't go back. Alright, there we go, yeah, I'm just gonna go back. So... Let's see. So just looking again at... So I've gone back to about 45 minutes. So blue team are just about to back off. Purple team are just about to go into them. Wow, I just found a bug where you just hear all the sound of the game. Just the voices of the games. It's a bit weird. Okay, so there's a situation. There's no vision anywhere on the map. Really for blue or purple. Purple's completely dark. They're not warding as they're going along. Ezreal is going to get caught out in a sec, completely out of position. And even though he dashed away, Maokai jumped on him. Talon is split pushing at the top. Okay, so this is where. All right, so he's been pushed back by. Okay, let's go look. So this is at 46-24. So he teleports in. So this is where he gets his flanking position where he comes in and wrecks face. Had you had a ward in there, had you saw his teleporter, you got to drop the pink ward down as the support, and then his then it wouldn't have made any difference that he'd stealth because you grabbed him when he was stealthed. So that's a prime example of where vision control against stealth enemies makes a huge difference. So. Really, and that's how you deal with Rengar. That's, to a less extent, how you deal with Elise. Twitch, it can be a real problem. So, yeah, getting control of vision so you can stop stealth guys jumping on you is really, really quite vital. And they paid the price. They lost that match because, also that they had their top laner teleported in while their mid laner was still, she wasn't able to teleport in, so she was out of the whole fight. So, anyway, there you go. So, well done. And that's it for Battle Arena for this week. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Oh, look, there's a Bilgewater Cat Arena from Clara. Oh, how nice. Awesome.
You earned it, buddy.
This is from Fantasy, by the way. We had a head-to-head in Fantasy, and I won. Again, make sure you check out the website, the videos.
Podcast.com.
Yeah, let's go show you. Yeah, see it, trinityforcepodcast.com. You can see that we have the 3 podcasts, the Trinity Force proper, the T-Force LCRS Rundown, and the Oslo podcast. They're all sitting there ready to be downloaded and listened to by you, fair listener. We have YouTube. Make sure you go to the youtube.com/T-Force podcast. Go to the videos. The VODs will be there probably on the weekend. And we're going to be back again next week at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I was fighting for that.
Thank you.